only thinks he's Tom Cruise out of Top Gun, doesn't he? He's got his pilot licence. He's now also a plane expert. What made you want to do that?
This happened because a customer phoned me up for a job in Reading. I said to him, I'll go and have a look at the job, and I gave him a price for a call-out charge. He said, I'll pay it. I looked at the postcode and I said, I'm not going there. That is far, just to go and have a look at a job. He phoned me back and he said, look, I really want you to do it. I've seen your work. That's the reason I phoned you to do it. What are you doing on Tuesday? And I said, I haven't got anything planned on Tuesday, so meet me at the airfield. So I met him at the airfield, and I didn't realise he was a pilot. He had his own plane. And he said, you hop in, we're going up to Reading. So he took me down to Reading, landed there. His girlfriend picked us up from there, took us straight to the job. So I looked at the job, priced it all up, came back. Money wasn't an issue for him. Yeah, that actual flight, I enjoyed it, and it was such a different thing. I had the bug, and then I think it was about 6 months later, I phoned him up, and I was like, mate, how do I learn to fly a plane? And he said, I'll get you in touch with one of the best instructors in the UK.
I've got an idea, because I've actually thought about, I like the idea of doing it. We should do a lesson together.
No, you can fuck off, mate. No way.
Yeah, let's go.
No.
Why? Come on, we're going to Shoaib to his training course and we do a lesson.
No.
We'll speak to him after.
Not going. You've got a petition going. What the petition is for, if you want to tell the...
Well, the petition is to ban all sales of power tools in boot sales and markets.
Right.
Because I personally believe that this little thing that is what you so-called boot sale, that is a reason why all this is happening. Vans are getting broken into.
Yeah.
People's livelihoods are being taken off them. Do you understand? It's a nightmare. And it's only getting worse.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on a snippet, get on it. We'll put a link on the snippet, I'm sure, won't we? With regards to the petition. If you're watching this, sign the petition, because we want to just get this to Parliament. Welcome to today's Off the Job, episode 2, season 2, and today we have a very important guest, in my opinion, and that is Shoaib, the gas expert. If you know him online on Instagram.
That's a good name, isn't it?
What, the gas expert?
That is a good name.
I know, he's proper, isn't he? You know what, right? He's sort of like, he's done TV interviews with Amon and Ruth, and now he has hit the pinnacle of it with us too. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
You know, you got to work your way up, ain't you, Shoaib? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're here now.
When you look for that name, did you think, like, surely that's not out there?
No, it just came about because, well, when I was doing my gas course, I opened a company and I was still doing my course at the time, and I thought, right, when I finish the course, at least everything's in place and I'll start working. The actual name that I came up was UK Gas Safe Limited. That was the very first name that I came up with. So I went to register it. There was a guy sitting next to me. I don't want to put his name down, but I said to him, right, what do you think of this? Well, we were just talking about company names. And he realised the name that I put down because I had it on my screen. So he quickly went and registered the company name in that few minutes.
He took your name?
Yeah. So I found my accountant, honest to God, it was exactly a few minutes later, I found my accountant up and I said to him, right, I was doing a drinks business at the time. I said, look, I want to open a company where I'm doing gas work. This is the name that I've thought of. Can you just register it for me? He phones me back on my lunch and he said, someone's already taken that name. I said, but I checked, it was available. Who took it? And he said, we don't know yet. It's not updated yet, but it's gone. Think of something else. And I said, no, but I really want that name. Anyway, a couple of days went past and it updated on the company's house. And the accountant come back to me and he said, this is the guy's name. And he was the guy who was sitting next to me.
Did he copy you as well in exams as well?
I don't know what happened with him after.
Did you see
him
him again?
I confronted him. I said, mate, you saw me registering that name. Why did you take it? He goes, oh, no, he was my accountant. He came up with this name and blah, blah, blah. He goes, look, if you think that's the case, I'll take my name off it. And I really wanted that name at that time. And I said to him, okay, take it off then. And, you know, he took his name off. But then I was having a problem with it all the time because he was showing up as a director that's resigned on that company. And it just became a nightmare. And then I got a message from Gas Safe themselves that said, you can't use this name with Gas Safe on it. I was like, all right, fine, let's get rid of it. I was thinking about something catchy. That's what it was. Yeah. And the gas expert came up as something that I just came up with.
A gas expert, it is catchy.
The name itself.
It's good to keep it simple, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone
says what it does.
Yeah, it says what it does on the tin. So what did you do before you was a gas expert then?
I was doing drinks wholesale. So
drinks wholesale?
Yeah. So
you was a drinks expert?
The drinks expert, yeah.
So I used to supply to shops and wholesalers.
Yeah.
I did that for about 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. and then sort of got tired of it, got a bit bored of it. Also, the pound and the euro, it sort of became the same value. So a lot of imported drinks that were coming in, they had a better margin on them.
Yeah.
But because of the currency,
Yeah.
the margins weren't the same.
There,
and then
yeah.
everybody wanted the UK or GB drinks. So getting those, there was a very small margin. So slowly the business was just dying. It wasn't the customers that was the problem, because my customers been with me for 9 years. They didn't go anywhere.
Are they now your gas customers?
Most of them, yeah.
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 I kept them. Yeah,
Yes,
you
that's
you
the
liked
problem.
me drinks, you're going to like me gas work now. But
Yeah.
you... Go on, I don't want to interrupt you. Go on, you
Yeah, he was looking for us little slot.
He
Yeah, I
was,
was looking for a
He was
slot.
looking for that little... Get in quick.
So you never thought about doing a trade when you left school?
No, never. And I've only done this nearly coming up to 6 years now. Before that, never even touched it at all.
So, but we all know from your work that you have an artistic streak about you, innit you? You know what I mean? So where's that? Was you in sort of like any design thing at school? Did you do anything at college within?
I had art as one of the subjects.
Yeah.
So
Because you are clearly very talented at art. Like, I just have to look at not only your work that you do, which is obviously is creative,
yeah,
it's neat, but I've also seen your drawings and that what you do in preparation for that, which are probably they're just as like, you know, impressive as the work itself. Because I can only draw stick men.
They don't even look good either.
I'm rubbish.
like that came from a very young age. So I used to draw a lot when I was young. So all pencil sketches, portraits. I used to do all that kind of stuff at a very young age. So I was, it's just an artistic thing that I had in me. But when it came to work, certain things would just bother me. When you look at, you're looking at a boiler, all the pipe work, everything's just got to match for me. It's got to look a certain way.
Are you OCD?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that.
I would have never have known.
But yeah, I think I was probably the first person who picked up something and sprayed it. And then Instagram started laughing at, what the hell are you doing? Why are you spray painting a tundish?
Yeah.
What's the need for that?
But I don't know why people got a problem with it. To be fair, because I've always been.
If
I've
you
always
enjoy doing that,
I've
then-
always impressed by it. And if like I say, if anything, and you make your work a little bit more of you and a little bit more creative, and you enjoy doing that, then what's the problem with it? That's not that's their problem. But I don't know why people have to like comment on it, because you're just doing you at the end of the day, ain't you? Do you know what I mean?
And that's why I just carried on. I didn't really care. That
Yeah.
was the main thing. When you think about people's opinions, you get nowhere.
Yes.
And I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. The way I see things is a bit different to other people. I like a certain way.
Yeah,
something
I mean,
to
it's
look a
not just
certain
that
way.
though. It's the whole production of it from start to finish, and then you've got the actual video editing as well, which you're really good at as well, aren't you? I mean, you are good at video editing and stuff, and so that it all goes
Takes
hand in
a lot
hand.
of time, doesn't it?
And it just makes it. It just makes it like good content, and it's engagement to watching it. So I quite like it. You've also now ready. Only thinks he's Tom Cruise out of Top Gun, doesn't he? He's got his pilot license and everything.
All right, yeah,
He's now also a plane expert, and you know what I mean. He's like, what what's that all about then? Because you asked me to come up with you, and I said,
No
way. You having a laugh, mate? You've only had 15 hours in the air. What do you think I am? Do you know what I mean? But what made you want to do that? It's just another like.
Well, this happened because a customer phoned me up for a job in Reading. I've never
I
been to
remember
Reading.
that,
I told
yeah.
you that, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I said to him, I'll go and have a look at the job. And I gave him a price for a call-out charge. He said, I'll pay it. I looked at the postcode and I said, I'm not going there. That is far. Just to go and have a look at a job. Probably won't even get it. It's a boiler install. Then the guy phoned back and said, no, I really want you to do it. And I said, mate, get someone local to do it. I'm not interested in this.
Incidentally, did he get you from Instagram?
No, I changed a tap for his mum a year ago. I've never met the guy.
All right.
But from there, he remembered, he said, look, you changed the tap for mum's house. Do you remember? I said, yeah, because I've got another job for you in Reading. That's how it just happened. I've never met the guy.
That's how important recommendation is. Cause
Yeah.
you don't want to try and find someone that you don't know what their job's going to be like. So it's all about that trust, isn't it?
So I refused to go down there. I said, I'm not going there. It's too far for me. Get someone local. They'll do the job for you. And he phoned me back and he said, look, I really want you to do it. I've seen your work. That's the reason I phoned you to do it. What are you doing on Tuesday? And I said, I haven't got anything planned on Tuesday. So meet me at the airfield. And I was like, meet you at the airfield? What's this guy going to talk about? Honestly, God, I had no idea. So I met him at the airfield and I didn't realise he was a pilot. He had his own plane. And he said, you hop in? We're going up to Reading.
Hop in. I need you to have a look at this tap
right?
at my house.
So he took me down to Reading. We landed there. His girlfriend picked us up from there, took us straight to the job. I had a look at the boiler, and I was like, yeah, I could change it for you, mate, but look, it's quite far out. It's not going to be cheap. He said, doesn't matter. Just do it. So I looked at the job, priced it all up, came back. Money wasn't an issue for him. And that actual fly, I enjoyed it. And it was such a different thing. And
but to the job though, did you make a theme of that or do anything special of that?
I don't know, really good. I'll show you the picture. You can put it up online later.
Yeah.
That was a complete transformation of the boiler.
Right. Yeah. But then you got the bug from just going up in that plane.
Just going up in there, yeah. I had the bug, and then I think it was about 6 months later, I phoned him up, and I was like, mate, how do I learn to fly a plane? And he said, I'll get you in touch with one of the best instructors in the UK. So I said, all right, put me through.
That's down at North Weald near us, yeah?
And I found out the instructor himself was an ex-gas engineer as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he ran one of the biggest companies in the UK when it came to boiler installs.
Blimey. So now...
And now I'm doing most of his work as well.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
retired.
So, like, you're flying, aren't you? You're flying, literally, you're flying. So with regards to that then, are you now like a fully fledged pilot? You can go wherever you want in one of them planes?
Yeah.
Is there any options to go up a level to like flying heavier?
You can do. I mean, there is no restrictions when it comes to that. All you got to do is a few hours in a different plane, and you can take a different kind of aircraft up.
So how many hours you got now?
72 so far.
72 hours he's flying on his own.
I
can't
went
even do
solo
that.
in 13.
Yeah, because I see
I
a
passed in
story.
49.
They pretty much. You said, "Oh, I'm not ready," and they said, "No, you are ready. Go and do it on your
Oh
own."
yeah, that was a solo day.
Did you poo
13
yourself?
hours later on it. Oh yeah, I did, mate. Oh, the instructor's like,
Was there like brown
going up.
smoke coming from
you're
the
going
plane?
up, you're going up solo, and I was like, no. He goes, you don't tell us when to go, we tell you. And I said, mate, I don't feel like I'm ready. He goes, no, because they're instructors, they know.
Yeah.
Because when you do your circuits with them, they sort of get a feel that this guy's going to either fly or land it.
Yeah.
It's up to them to send you. So they sent me up. The moment I took off, I looked fucking like, oh, I've got to land, mate. There's no option.
Mate,
You got to land.
I'm up now. It's got to come down.
What? So what's the safety? What scares me? It's just almost like a car in the air. So anything can happen to the engine. So like, is there any safety if like the engine failed? Like, what's the?
Have you got a gas expert parachute like James Bond?
There's no parachute in there. The good thing about planes is obviously you've got a glide
Yeah.
Okay.
compared to a helicopter. I mean, that's what I'm scared of.
Does it glide on fire?
We'll just get it in the reservoir or something.
So you can glide down if the engine fails.
Yeah.
You just got to find
As
as
long
long
as
as you're not across
as long
the
as
ocean.
you maintain your
But you've got like areas that you've got to stay within in the airspace sort of thing. No, yeah, that's that.
yeah.
work.
There's restrictions. Obviously, it's just like
I don't know if I
driving a
could
car.
read all them dials. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It just looks a bit complicated for me.
There's a lot going
Is
on.
it worked out? Like, so say if you're flying to France, is there? So if you broke down just as you're going over, just as you're going over the
Over the water.
over the water, is there enough time, or are you the centre of getting over? Is there enough
Well, if
time
you are
to glide
crossing,
down?
if you're crossing the channel, for example.
Have you crossed the channel?
Yeah, I've been to France. I've been to Belgium.
Yeah.
So when you look at your Sky Demon, which is like your sort of sat nav,
Yeah.
because it's modern days now, that's what you use. You're going to see your plane on there, and then you'll see your glide distance from the height that you're actually going and the speed that you're going. It works it out for you,
Okay.
so you know like a circle. So if the engine did fail, the first thing I'll look at the glide distance. If I'm going to make it to land, if I'm not, I'll find the nearest ship or cruiser, whatever's going past, and I'll just head it towards them. So that
So they can pull you out.
yeah.
God, sounds
Does it
horrific,
happen?
doesn't
Does it happen often?
What does? No, very rare.
The first,
very rare.
do you know what? The first flight I went on was one of them aeroplanes that you fly, the two-seater things with the propellers, and and it was my mate's, my dad's mate's son who took me up, and I went from Biggin Hill, and it was the first time I'd ever been in a plane. I hadn't been in a passenger plane or anything. He took us up, and he done that thing where you have to stall it in the air. Oh my God! And he done a turn as well. Like,
On a loop, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be interested in doing it. It's just that fear of something happening.
yeah, I couldn't do it. Nah. No, I wouldn't be able to fly a plane. It's bad enough me driving a car, mate, or a van. It's like I'm terrible. Like
I don't know why everyone's so worried about that. You got to think, right?
I just think it's
when
mad.
your time is up in this world, your time's up.
Yeah, I know, but
you can walk out of it and just get run over
yeah,
by a
I know,
bus.
but I just think
it's how
enjoy
many
it.
risks you want to take.
There's more options of that happening. Yeah, I'd rather cut them. But no, you got to do what you got. If you love it, you love it. But I think to myself, 15 hours is mad, isn't it? To go up on your own, like because they won't
it's like doing lessons. You can do you can do like 15, 30 hours in a car and start driving.
Yeah, I know, but it's still mad, isn't it? To think. I mean, there is
It's
less
probably
traffic
less
up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is less traffic up there, but there's a lot more going up there than there is going down there because you've got to be with air traffic control. You've got to look at your speed. You've got to look at the traffic. There's a lot going on. You could get lost, or your iPad or something dies.
Yeah, imagine if you went the wrong way.
You still got to know
like,
how to read your charts, your maps.
See a plane coming towards
There's
you.
so much involved.
My sense of direction is rubbish anyway. Do you know what I
I
mean?
couldn't imagine.
The first time I went up, I looked down. The guy's like, "Can you notice anything?" I said, "It all looks the bloody same to me.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? All you're looking at is fields."
Yeah, I just
Wish
like.
you got with Shoaib
I always
and
when
you.
I'm in no way. Whenever I'm on a passenger jet, I look out there and I go, "Is that the M11? Is that the M11? I don't know. I can't recognise anything."
But
Do you know what I mean?
that's what all this stuff's for, to tell you what direction.
it's incredible. But yeah, no, well done, mate. I like it though because you go out, you set yourself a task and you do it, don't you? Yeah. So that's good. And what we're going to get onto now is you've set yourself another task.
No, it's a hard one. That's a big
And
task.
this is what we really want to talk about: is you've got a petition going.
Yeah.
And you want to get 100,000 signatures and you want to take this to Parliament so they can put it through and try and pass it as a law, right? Is that right? Yeah? So what the petition is for, if you want to tell
the petition is to ban all sales of power tools in boot sales and markets.
Right.
Because I personally believe that this little thing that is what you so-called boot sale, that is a ground for... But that is a reason why all this is happening. Vans are getting broken into.
Yeah.
People's livelihoods are being taken off them. Do you understand? It's a nightmare, and it's only getting worse. And it's only getting worse because there's no one who's regulating these places.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
We
Boot
see them
sales
all the
are
time.
open to anything and anything.
Yeah. We see them all the time on the socials, like videos of thousands of power tools, thousands of them on these boot sales. And you think to yourself, he's not a chippy or a carpenter or a chippy or a plumber or an electrician just selling this stuff because he don't need it anymore. This stuff's come from somewhere and it's clearly underhanded and it's a crime.
What makes
isn't
it even more obvious is how can one tradesperson have so many tools of the same type?
It don't happen, does it?
No. I mean, we all know we have a drill, breaks down, can't get it repaired, fine, chuck it in the bin, get a new one. And
Yeah, it's like, where are they getting?
how can you
like,
get 10 drills, 10 grinders, and do you know, all different brands? It doesn't add up. You can't even have that many tools in your garage, let alone your van.
Yeah.
Where are they all coming from? And no one's asking that question.
Yeah, well, it's obvious. It's very obvious, isn't it, where it's coming from.
And what they're actually selling them for. That's another question.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's not the value of the item. I went to the boot sale last time. I saw a fluke kit. It had all the testers in it. It's a whole complete kit. It was an electrician's kit. And they were selling that for £40. That is valued at least £400.
Yeah.
So
crazy,
£40.
isn't
it? It's
Where
disgusting.
did they even get this? And the lady who was selling it couldn't speak a word of English. She had no idea what it was. And she just said £40.
Yeah.
That just proves it there then, doesn't it?
That is not theirs.
No.
It is definitely stolen. And no one's asking any questions about it. And the worst thing is the people who are actually buying it, they're even worse than the ones selling it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Because they are encouraging it.
that's it.
They probably know.
Of course
I
they
can
know.
get some cheap
Listen,
tools.
you see it. You see a power tool.
There's a market for boot sales. Not everyone's going to go to a boot sale. The people who do go to the boot sale are the ones that are looking for a bargain, something cheap. They can't afford it, and that's why they're there. And till that is regulated, that's not going to stop.
So what you're trying to do is get them to ban this, and what happens if it goes through? What happens to the people in charge of the boot sales who break this rule we want to get it through?
I think the people that are organising the boot sales, they already know what's going on.
Of course they do.
No one's blind. We can see it. They can see it.
Yeah.
The fine has to be imposed on them, right, for letting them in, because
On the boot sale.
On the boot sale.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
organisers are the ones who got to be fined, not the thieves, because you can't stop them. There's too many of them. But there's not that many boot sales in markets. It can be controlled very easily by just stopping them going in there.
Yeah.
That is it. That you have to get rid of the root of the problem,
But-
just don't allow it.
Yeah, that's the thing we need to do. We need to, nip it in the bud at the root of the problem. But what you've got to ask yourself is, why are the authorities not going to these boot sales? Why are the authorities not being able to go down there and say, show us where you got these from? Where is the evidence?
They ain't going to put the time in.
I know they're
doing
not
that.
going to, but why shouldn't they? Because I'll get very passionate about this sort of thing, because it's all right, us, right, going, and I'll bring it up again, they can track us anywhere, right? They can track us if we go through ULEZ, we don't pay it. They can track us anywhere. Yet when these places are obvious, yeah? They're obvious crime places, yeah? This is a result of crime.
They
yeah?
don't look
the
at it as a
evidence,
big thing.
The evidence is there. The evidence is there. These are all nicked. Right? So why are the old bill not going down there? Not only that, all these people are selling them for fucking cash. Right? Why are they not going down there with the inland revenue? Why are they not doing
They
something?
don't understand how big the problem is.
Because
and what effect they can't relate to it. They
the
don't
figures
know.
are there, right? The figures are there on the police website. The figures are there everywhere. How many vans are getting broken into? How many tools are getting stolen? Everyone's complaining about it. They get hundreds of phone calls a day.
Yeah.
The scale of the problem is too big for them to deal with, right? Because you're not talking about 100 tools. You're talking millions of tools that are going missing. They can't sit there and just look at serial numbers. Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? It's a massive task.
We read up the steps.
All I'm saying is I'm giving a solution to this problem is to reduce this.
Yeah.
Right? And that is to just kill the nest.
Yeah.
Just stop boot sales. The moment they stop boot sales in markets, they haven't got a platform to sell this. They can't go online and sell it. It's very difficult to sell something online. It's very time consuming. For them, it's not worth it.
I think what we need to address is how important this is, because a lot of people out there who might see this snippet or whatever will go, "Oh, it's only some tools going missing from someone's van," but it ain't, right? Let me tell you something, right? In this day and age now, where people are struggling to keep their businesses afloat, keep roofs over their head, right? They get wiped out by some scumbags taking their tools. You don't know where that person is mentally anyway. You're talking about ruining families here, because they might go do something, because that might be the last straw. That might be the straw that broke the camel's back, yeah? And they might just do something stupid because they no longer have a livelihood, or they don't see any way back from recovery of losing all these tools and their work. So you've got to think about that. That's a chain reaction of events. That's a chain reaction of somebody just losing their tools, but no, it ain't. It's losing their livelihood, and then what happens is, people lose that person in some cases. I've heard of this sort of thing happening, and then you're talking about families without a dad or a mum. You're talking about kids without a dad. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about all the effects, all the after effects, because some scumbag wants to nick some tools and sell it for a 10% on a bloody boot sale market. That's the point of it, because it's not just about tools going missing. It's about ruining bloody lives. That's what it's about, and that's why I'm passionate about it. That's why I want you in here, because
that's
we need
the
to
message that they need to hear.
Everything
doing is
everything
getting
can
calls.
be enforced, right? It's very easy. Look at the ULEZ charge. How much pressure the government put on people. My van was perfectly all right. There was nothing wrong with my van when I had it before. The one before this one. Okay, they put a charge out, didn't they? So to avoid that charge, we all went and upgraded our vans.
I
and got
didn't.
most of the people have. Right? So they put the charge in place. So now we have got no option but to change our vans, because we work in city, we work here. So if they want to do something, they can do it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to get to. And sometimes it takes someone to bring out a little solution to make something work. They might think about this and think, "Do you know what? This will work."
It's whether it's like you said on the stairs on the way up there, when what they had, was it illegal immigrants working in places or something?
They had, a few years ago, was it 6 years ago? Do you remember the illegal workers? They were getting caught left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
But you know, what was happening to the places that were employing them? They were the ones that were getting the fines.
Everything
it was
you're
a £10,000
saying,
straight fine. It was on television everywhere.
Yeah.
All these restaurants, all these places, car washes, they were all getting done and getting fined.
So why are we not implementing this? That's the point. We've got to implement that work ethic into this.
Exactly the same formula.
Exactly the same formula.
But all the things you're saying that they're enforcing is benefiting them. ULEZ, they get money. So it's harder to get them to enforce this because they're not really benefiting.
Well, you say that. Why would it not benefit him if they're able to sue these people for £10,000 and put it back into the government? Yeah, on crime prevention.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
and people calling up saying my tools have gone missing.
Maybe they're taking a lot of load off the police force if this happens, right? Insurance companies are going mental over this van breakage because it's not just the tools that are replacing; they've got to fix their vans as well. The cost of that itself is draining.
I mean, we always go on about the, and I'll touch on this as well. We always go on about the van companies. Why do they not make the vans more secure? But in saying that, I've seen other reasons for this because I see Mike Ryan touch on it the other week. He actually spoke to someone about it, and the reason why they do make it like a baked bean can is because the companies. This is what one way of looking at it. If they made it impossible to break in, then these fuckers would be going into your house. And then you've got another issue where actually they're not trying to get into your van first. They're going into your house. They're going into your actual home where your family are. Yeah.
Yeah, but not if your tools ain't there.
No, but they're going for the keys of the van.
Possibly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what happens. And you see it, right? Like Range Rovers on the drive, people breaking into houses to nick keys and that. That's a reason why, apparently.
But they've gone past that now, haven't they? They don't even need to go in your car to get the car key now. They just start it.
Coders.
Yeah, well, you've got this little device that you can buy for £15,000 online, and they'll start any car you want. They'll take it.
It's insane.
So look, it's getting worse. It's just getting worse, and there's nothing.
But it's the little things that help, isn't it? Yeah.
But we need 100,000 signatures. Where are we at the moment? It's only been, how long has it been? Like 7 days?
Today's the 7th day.
7 days, and you've got how many?
13,600.
13,000.
Is there like a timeline?
We got
6 months.
6 months.
We've got 6 months to do it, but I want to do it way before the 6 months. We won second spot on the most popular petition.
Second spot? Second spot
it
now?
slips sometimes, but it goes back up.
Right.
That's when everyone gets behind it. So my thing is everyone has to be a part of this. This is just not my petition. This is for every tradesperson out there that needs to, and everyone has to get involved.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on a snippet, get on it. We'll put a link on the snippet, I'm sure, won't we? With regards to this petition. If you're watching this, sign the petition because we want to just get this to Parliament. And it's been done. A couple of people tried it before, haven't they?
A couple of people have, which I found out last week, was I think it was PB Plumber. He did a petition, and On the Tools, I believe they did one as well.
Yeah.
They did quite well, actually. It went up to, I think, 48,000 or 60,000 for each of them. And this one's getting there.
You'd think more people, like, there's thousands of tradesmen, you'd think it's just getting in front of their eyes and getting them to actually...
It's all about sharing it, because look, back then as well, when they did this petition, you can remember social media wasn't as big as it is now, right? As you can see, in a week, if we can get 14,000, this can be done a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But that takes everyone taking part in it, right? Yeah. When you post a story on Instagram, it's got a 24-hour window. Not everyone watches your story. You remember that. So it's got to be repeatedly.
I've got an idea.
Weekly.
I've got an idea. Why don't you get the link, right? And have it on the back of your plane and just fly everywhere. Here we are. This is the link. Hit the link.
Zoom in on a QR code on the plane.
Just throw the leaflets out the window.
Do an airplane stuff. Yeah. Mass.
That's it.
Leaflet thing, yeah. Oh, mate, you've got the tools to do it. You know what I mean? You can do
Might
it.
drop it over the boot.
But on a serious matter, though, we need to get this there, don't we? It's so important now that we start addressing this more.
And one thing I want to make clear as well, because say we did hit the 100,000, we get a chance to deliver the petition to 10 Downing Street in person. But because Pete's done it in the past, and so is On the Tools, so I don't want to go there by myself. I would love these two to come with me.
Yeah.
And we deliver it, because everyone's made an effort in the past, and I bthink
it's
the right thing to do, to take them along.
That's a courteous thing to do, I think.
And do it together.
Yeah, because it's, you're better. Also, you're better in numbers, isn't you? You always, even though you're going to get it there, it's better in numbers, isn't it? And they can see the results from the past petitions, I guess, as well. Do you know what I mean? Ask the questions and all that. I think this is. We talk about this sort of stuff quite a lot, don't we? That's why we wanted to get you on here and try and push this as much as we can, because it's a epidemic. Is that the right word? It's an epidemic, isn't it? It's just madness.
It's an uncontrollable one at the moment.
Yeah,
But
it's mad.
the solution is very simple.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good. Hello, you wonderful listeners and watchers. Just pumping the brakes on this exciting episode to let you know about Kieran's app that's changing the game in the gas certificate world.
If you're sick and tired of doing gas certificates on paper, then Gas Certificate app is your way forward. But it wouldn't be an app worth talking about if that's it. With no hassle, you can manage your diaries, invoices and quotes for all your jobs, so you'll never be chasing paperwork again.
Don't forget those boiler manuals. I can tell you how many times I've been looking at a boiler and thinking, what the? Thankfully, the in-app boiler manuals have saved me and got me out of quite the pinch.
If it's helped Pete here, then Gas Certificate app will definitely help you, especially with its easy-to-use gas reg calculator and the extremely handy ability to duplicate certs. Brilliant for when you're doing your annual services on previous jobs.
And for the icing on the cake, it has a complete offline mode. So if you're on a job in the middle of nowhere or servicing a boiler in the basement of a building with no signal, you've still got access to everything the app has to offer to keep you working hard.
So click the link down below or in the description. Use the code POD30 to get 30% off yearly subscriptions. That's for all new users. That's POD30 for 30% off our yearly subscriptions for new users. So what, obviously you didn't think about doing a trade when you left. You doing a drink specialist. What made you choose
I had
gas and plumbing?
I had a gas leak in my own house. I got an extension done at the back. So where the kitchen fitter fitted the gas hob, that was on an island in the middle.
Well,
There was a
kitchen fitter.
gas. Apparently there was a gas leak there.
Yeah.
But I needed a certificate to get it all signed off. So I phoned the builder up and I said, well, I need a certificate because this building thing for the building control, it's all got to be signed off. So he sent a gas engineer over at my house. It was about 10 o'clock at 9:30 at night. Came out really late. So I opened the door and he's got his little bag there. This gas engineer is like, come to do a gas certificate. I said, yeah, the thing is in the garage. So I opened the garage shutter, he goes in there, starts doing the gas test, and there's a massive drop. I didn't know anything about this stuff. And he goes, Shoaib, there's a big gas leak. I said, what do you mean there's a gas leak? He goes, there's a big one. It was about 8 or 9 millibar. I said, right, okay.
By him saying that just scares the customer straight away, doesn't it?
Oh, no, it didn't bother me
Yeah.
because I don't know anything. I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell no gas, nothing like that.
You had COVID at the time.
It was.
That threw him off, didn't it?
So anyway, he started looking for this gas leak. He was looking everywhere. He couldn't find it. He goes, what did you get? I said, there's an extension at the back. So he goes, you got a cooker there? I said, yeah, a gas hob. He said, all right, let's go and have a look. Went to the gas hob, took the whole island apart, took all the cupboards out, took everything. And he found it, you know the gas tap?
Yeah.
They just put a bit of solder on there and it was just seeping out of there. But yeah, he finished about 1 o'clock at night. And we were just talking about this. And he's like, you know, I said, look, it's quite interesting. I like what you're doing. How did you get into this? And we're just talking in general. And he goes, look, you have to do the gas course. You have to do this. It's quite hard. It's not for you. And I said, but I really enjoy this because I've been with you. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm helping you out, just watching you, and I'm finding it's quite
Was you
interesting.
giving him some free drinks?
Yeah.
Keeping him awake.
So whiskey.
Right, and I said to him, right, if I want to do this course, what's the way? And he said, look, you've got to contact the colleges, you've got to do this. This is what the gas is called, a gas safe course or whatever. You've got to do all this. And I said, okay. So I did it. And I said, well, if I did it, then can I come and learn with you? And he just said, yeah, but he wasn't thinking much of it. People do ask questions and stuff like that. So he left. And I phoned the college the next day.
So at the time, was you thinking about changing your career path anyway?
I was getting to that point where I just wanted to change.
Yeah.
So I found it really interesting. So I phoned the college up and they said, yeah, you can start in 3 weeks' time. That's when the new course starts. So I said, all right, I booked myself in.
We've got another geezer coming down. He's a little bit slippery. I had your notes and work, but you didn't listen to him, did you? And then then he nicked your name of your business.
Yeah, that was in the middle. So yeah, I finished the course basically. I phoned him back up. I said, right, Gany, I've done the course. He didn't recognise me first. Because of you. I said, oh, you came to my house, we was in a gas leak. Because you? Oh yeah. I said, look, I finished it. Can I come and work with you? I don't want any money. I just want to learn. And he said, yeah, let's go, let's do it. And then I worked with him for 6 months for nothing. But I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way to learn. isn't
Made
it?
you an expert.
Not an expert.
But that is the best way to learn.
Still learning.
It's good to be in that position where you can go and work for free.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when I done it, I was at my own. I was working for myself anyway, So I had to put myself through it while still working, which was a bit of a nightmare. But you just have to put yourself out sometimes to do it, innit? You know what I mean? For me to move on from plumbing, and I think you have to go one way or another. Like whether now the option is you can go air source if you want, can't you? Can go renewables. So there's more options out there. But I think the next thing on from plumbing, if you're a bathroom fitter, you're a bathroom fitter. Yeah, and you're probably going to be a multi-trade, and that's going to be all right for you. But if you're a general plumber, just doing plumbing jobs and that, I think you just need to take that next step. Do you know what I mean? And it's a big step because if you don't, maybe it was better for you to come in the way you did, because when I did it, it was like I was 10 years on the tools, and I was a little bit like I'd work for companies doing the gas. Yeah, like my company who I worked for, and it was obviously all under supervision and that with my bosses and all that. But I was fitting boilers and stuff, and they were saying, "You really got to do your gas. You're really going to do it." And I was like, "I don't really want the responsibility of it." Do you know what I mean? I was just thinking to myself, signing off somebody's boiler and saying, "Yeah, that's all right." It's a big responsibility. So maybe you was better off with that, without knowing too much about it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? That you've gone into it where you think
you sort of threw yourself in the deep end.
You threw yourself in the deep end, but you
that's
didn't,
how you learn, though. So you done 6 months with him. Did you start on your own after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started my own after that. You got to remember when people finish the gas course, when they come out of there, it's all bookwork. They've got no experience of real life or what it's like. Even myself, when I finished it, apart from knowing the tightness test, I didn't know how to fit a boiler. I didn't know how to fit a gas cooker. Nothing. You don't know anything
the fault finding
until you are hands-on,
in the job. Yeah.
Right? And don't expect money every time. You know, if you want to learn, the best way to do it is pick someone who's really good at it, try and work for them, and learn from them, because that itself is worth more than money.
I mean, I was at a job the other day, and talking about gas leaks and that. I was on this job the other day, and the woman said, she goes, "I can smell gas under the stairs. The gas meter's under the stairs." Like, and she said, "I've had 3 engineers around here. They've all done like their gas tests on it, and they say we there's no gas leak, none at all." Right? And I did show it on my stories actually. So the first thing I thought of was, obviously do the gas test, no drop. But then I thought to myself, let's just spray up the handle. So I actually, because it was an old handle, I took the handle off and I sprayed it, and it's the actual handle that was leaking. So the actual handle was leaking. The bit that you can't test, if you like, do you know what I mean? So always spray up your test nipple, always spray up your handle, and it was bubbling away. I said, that's where your leak is. And it was quite handy because it was low pressure on the boiler as well. Low working pressure on the boiler as well. So then in comes Cadent, up the pressure, change the handle. And I was a superhero, do you know what I mean? I've done my job.
It's good that feeling, isn't it, when you've had a few engineers there, they can't fix it and you go and fix it.
I think it's not, sometimes it's not their fault a lot of the time. It's just a case of maybe a little bit more experience or going a little bit further than what, like, because in gas school, they don't tell you to take the handle off and spray it. Do you know what I mean? They'll tell you just to, some of them won't even tell you to spray the handles.
No,
do you know what I mean? I've come out of like colleges and they've said, the first time I learnt that was when I had my first inspection, and the gas safe inspector said, I sprayed the test nipple. We went, is there anything else you want to spray? Yeah. And I was like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what.
Do you know what I was thinking the other day, right? I was just thinking to myself, I don't know, it's a very good idea to do, right? So people that finish the gas course, right, there should be a college or some sort of place where they can learn how to install all these things and just build their competency level up. Do you understand? So you go to this place, you get to hang boilers, you get to install cookers, gas fires.
Because they should tell you how to fit a boiler. Like,
no, you don't. So this is what I'm saying. So there should be colleges like that out there, and that is where they can build skill up and competency of people. That's why you won't see as many.
You just want like a practical workshop, sort of like, so
exactly.
If you like you do in plumbing school,
Yeah.
like they'll give you like a little area to work in, and he'll make up, maybe put a bath in, put a toilet in, maybe do the same thing with.
Because even the faults they get you to find on the appliances, they're all old appliances.
You can get fault finding courses. That's if you go into more breakdowns.
A lot of boiler
when it comes to
companies
installation, I think that'll be quite a good thing.
Yeah, a lot of boiler companies do that.
What fittings you got to use, how you got to install it.
But I think that's like Davis was saying last week. I mean, that's an apprenticeship role, isn't it? When you do your apprenticeship, that's what he was getting at last week. It's like when you do it, you work on the job and then you learn alongside someone. So technically, but you're now talking about for people who are fresh coming in, who are just getting on it. It wouldn't be a bad idea because, I mean, like he was saying, some people do these fast track courses, get a bit of stick for jumping on it and doing it, but it's out there to do, isn't it? So maybe they should look at that as a backup, like. For like
as an advanced course, basically.
Level,
once you're finished, you can do an advanced course and you can go learn all these skills.
I mean,
how to
like
do things, you know,
the gas industry. When you do a gas industry anyway, take my hand away from him. I'm always fidgety, you know. When you do a gas course, they'll put you through all the realms of like checking out boilers, checking out open flue appliances, checking out fires, checking out.
That is
but then you won't have that. On your card until you actually, you know what I mean. You'll then go through cookers or fires, but you've had to do that in the course anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But a lot of these guys that are finishing the gas course, it's very hard for them to go and work for someone, even if it's for free, because not everybody wants to take them on. And you know, you get hundreds of messages. You probably get them as well. Do you know anyone I can go and work with, or can I come and work with you?
More help
it's because they want to learn. And that's the thing, and they haven't got anywhere else to go to learn this.
There needs to be something to.
It is difficult, but you can. The thing is, though, you can educate yourself online now as well. Like,
It's
you know
not
what
the
I mean?
same.
I know it's not the same, but you can, if you can educate yourself by and like a lot
That's
of people.
when you do it on the when you throw yourself in the deep end. You repairing a boiler. You might look online if you haven't found that fault before.
A lot of people don't agree with that either today. They're like,
or you just ring the manufacturer and they help you.
Manufacturers sometimes can be a little bit like arrogant. I've noticed certain manufacturers can be a bit arrogant.
It's not the manufacturer, it's just the people that work.
Well, yeah, but they're the representing the manufacturer, aren't they? So it's the fucking manufacturer, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But,
are you? So obviously now you've done it a while. Would you change the trade you chose?
No.
You like doing gas?
I like doing one.
He's an expert, Kieran.
But sometimes people go into a trade and they're like,
I'm not an expert.
I would have maybe done that trade, or
No, I wouldn't swap it. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah, but you're like, how long
It's
you
like
in?
putting Lego together.
How long
I
you
love
in?
it. What?
How long you in now?
6 years coming.
6 years. So he's been in it 6 years. I've been in it 24.
Josh, I'll tell you a joke.
yeah, but
Funny
you
thing.
wouldn't
give
do
it
any
another
trade.
10.
I finished I
Give
finished
it
my
another
gas
10.
course,
Yeah.
and I think it was just first year in. I did my commercial as well, so I did it at Worcester Bosch. And when I passed it, the guy sitting there, he goes, "I don't know whether I should give you a ticket, even though you've passed." I said, "Why's that?" Because you could be working on a megawatt boiler, for example, and you wouldn't have a clue how to work on it. But I have to give you the ticket because you've passed. So it's mad.
Bit like your
think
pilot
about
mate turning around to you, I don't know whether I should give you this
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
Because like next week you might fly a fucking jumbo, mate.
Believe it or not, with the pilots as well, the youngest one, I mean, you can get your license, I think it's 17.
Is it?
Yeah, we've had one that passed at 17.
You know what?
He actually passed his flying lesson, he got his pilot license and his driving license the same week.
I've got an idea.
That's a bit flashy,
I've got an
innit?
idea.
And I took 4 times to pass my driving test.
I've got an idea because I've actually thought about. Like, I like the idea of doing it. We should do a lesson together.
No, you can fuck off, mate. No way.
Yeah, let's go.
No.
Come on, we're
No,
going to Shoaib to
come
his
on,
training
no.
course and we do a lesson.
No.
We'll speak to him after.
Not going in one of them little like.
It's just like going in a
Just
car.
stay,
I'm
we'll
not
just
going
stay
on
over
one-
the water.
I'm
We'll
not-
just stay over the water.
Over the water? No. I don't want to stay.
That's what
At least it's a
scares me,
softer
like-
landing.
At least if you're around a load of farm fields, you can land in
I'll
someone's
take you to
farm.
Clacton, come on.
What, Jaywick? No, you're all right, mate. I'm fine. I don't want to go on one of them. I don't want
I'm
to try
definitely gonna
flying
try
one of
it
them.
one day.
You can do it. You can do it, mate. I ain't doing it. Mind you, could I go up with him?
Yeah.
What, while he's learning?
Oh, so you go out with
Yeah,
you won't go out with Shoaib.
but no, I probably would go out with Shoaib. I'm joking, But I wouldn't want to fly it myself. I wouldn't.
No, but the
I
first
wouldn't want to do
training,
lessons.
you probably don't. You don't fly yourself. You're just sitting there.
No,
We'll sort it
first
out.
lesson.
You're flying.
We should do it. Come on, let's do it, please.
You paying?
Huh?
You paying?
Robbie's paying.
Bobby's paying.
Come and do an hour lesson.
Yeah, we're doing our
You'll love
lesson.
Ah, that'd be
You
fun,
will
wouldn't
love
it?
it.
Yeah, me and you doing
Mm.
our lesson.
I don't.
We'll do
I can just envisage something going wrong, mate. Like it's.
You will take off and you will land. So don't worry about it. You've got the instructor right
We'll
next
do
to
it.
you.
We'll sort it out after.
Yeah.
So it's done.
Let's
Done
do it.
deal.
Summer's coming. It's lovely weather.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
My daughter's in on this, and she's like looking at me, going like this. She's going.
Bring her along. She can backseat. It's a 4-seater. So while you have your lesson, you can put 2 of them at the back.
So how did it come about? You going on what? You done an interview with who was it on TV?
Amon.
Amon.
Oh,
How did that come about? They just contacted you.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere as well. They contacted me. I was driving back from Devon, and they said we went online and looked at your.
who did that? But bosses, the producers of ITV.
The name definitely helped. Like,
They must have looked for. Just imagine that. Let's
We
speak
need-
to a
yeah.
gas expert
Yeah.
about this,
Yeah.
and the
Here
name
he
came
is.
up. That's how it probably came across. And they said, "Look,
You're
look at
still
your
in your
profile.
6-month
we looked at your
training with that
Instagram, and we want you on the show."
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you want to talk about?" And they said this explosion that was in Birmingham. I was like, "Right, okay." I heard it briefly on the news, but I didn't know much detail about it. And something blew up. I said, "Okay," and I said, "Well, I'm in Devon at the moment." And they said, "We want you in the studio, 4 o'clock in the morning," and that's in Paddington. I was like, "By the time I get home, I'm not going to make it to there." And I said, "No, we'll pick you up."
I mean, you did look tired.
Yeah, for free. I know, mate. Well, I went home from shaving at night. I was clean. Just get the clothes ready. I was like, mate, the cab turned up at 3 in the
kicking
morning.
in.
Yeah, straight to Paddington, and it was mad, mate. I
So they picked you
I
up
had
from
no
your
idea what
home?
they were going to talk about. So while I was waiting there, in this little waiting area, they've got loads of different newspapers.
Was it live?
So I was like, yeah.
Was you nervous?
Do you know what? Because it was such a shock. I'm there. I didn't feel anything, to be honest with you. You know, when you know you've got to go on something, you start getting nervous. Same as this podcast. He only told me a couple of days ago, so I'm fine. Usually I'm camera shy, and there's a lot of things in the background that I worry about.
Yeah.
But so this just came as a shock. But while sitting there, I was looking at the news, right? I was thinking, mate, he's going to ask me questions. I've got to catch up. I don't even know. What the heck was he going to ask me? Let me just catch up on this. So read all this up. The guy comes up, does the makeup. And he goes, "We're going to give you a 5-minute buffer. You're going to go in. We're going to do a small briefing. Then you know what you've got to talk about." I said, "Okay, fine." So I'm sitting there waiting. And another guy went in. He was a politician. He was before me. He went in and he took too much time in there or something. Because it's a live show. They've only got a 5-minute buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
they do
on
avoid
live
questions, don't they? The old politicians.
So this went on for so long. And I think he ate up that time that they had to play with while it's on live TV. So he came out. The cameraman comes out. He goes, "You're in next." I went in, so I thought they were going to brief me or anything. Nothing. Honestly, got Eamon sitting there. So I sat down. The chair was a bit funny, so he gave me another chair. I sat down. Honestly, all the cameras went ready to roll. I'm trying to
It's
guess.
that anticipation,
What
just
is he gonna ask
waiting,
me
isn't
now,
it?
mate? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did they ask you?
What didn't they ask me?
You're, I
It was a
mean,
live TV. My whole thing was thinking, right, I don't know.
Don't
I
they
just
tell
don't
you
know
what you
asking
can
right
and
now.
can't say? Like,
That is what it was meant
Can
to
you
happen.
imagine if
but
they-
nothing happened. It was straight recorded.
lucky you
can
didn't
you
swear,
imagine?
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Imagine
can you
Pete
imagine?
going
I'm going to imagine if they asked me on there. They don't.
But-
Yeah.
Do you know, it's not even the pressure that you're on TV, it's these cameras that you look at, right? So you've got like 100 screens in this studio.
Yeah.
You're just sitting here and there's about, the lights in there are so bright and you've got like 10 cameramen swinging the camera. You think, that pressure itself is hard to handle. So I just try to get my head off it. I was like, let me just answer their questions. And
Did you do this? Did you go, "Hello, Mum"? Sorry, I didn't.
We're doing a cuddle or something.
That's good. That was though. You're getting out there, isn't it? But with the actual topic itself, with the gas explosions and that, I mean, I've got my own theory on them things, like why these things have happened. And number one, I think, could be the cost of living. People doing dodgy things with meters, possibly, Or
Possibly,
you've
but
got,
I think-
or I've seen it. I've seen it myself. When you've got like these building sites and stuff, and when there's like works going on within like councils and that, I've seen general operatives, labourers unplugging and plugging cookers in.
Well,
Yeah.
you've seen that, but then you know the builders themselves who are taking on these projects, right? They're not using gas engineers
No.
to do it because they can't afford them.
No.
Number two, they're only using labourers. They don't know pipe sizing. They
Mm.
don't know what fittings are going on. I've seen push fits, all sorts of.
Yeah,
You've
you
used it
should have
all.
seen the one. Did you see that boiler I went to yesterday?
I've seen the same flexi on a gas cooker, on a gas hob, in a customer's house that I was working in. I had a gas leak. What the hell's going on here? Took the oven out, and there's a flexi.
It's crazy,
Tap
isn't it?
flexi
Flexi
using
tap connector, flexi tap connector.
But then when I went to Nepal,
How do they sleep
Right.
at night?
I saw this is normal there.
in Nepal,
Yeah, it's normal. All boilers, everything's got a
Well,
flexi on it.
That's the thing,
Spain,
they
innit?
think how,
Spain's
like-
like that as
And,
well.
and I'm
innit?
thinking that's how they're using it. They're using it with LPG as well,
Yeah.
right? And they've got everything connected with flexi hoses.
Yeah.
And you go and the flues is open as well. There's
Yeah,
That's the thing.
it's
Like we do,
mad.
like it's very regulated here, which is a good thing, but not over-regulated. But we sort of panic about any, like you say, a flexi, but it's all fine out there. It's not.
Well,
no
it's
one's
but it's not, is it? Because before it was regulated, and I had this conversation with an ex-plumber last week. So before he was before Corgi come in and all that, and Gas Safe, British Gas come to him, he was just a plumber. And they said, "Do you want to be like accredited gas installer?" And he went, "Why? What's that then?" He would go, "We'll just give you a number, blah blah blah. All you got to do is give us 50 quid." He went, "Fuck off, I ain't having none of that." Do you know what I mean? So there was no like exams on it. And what it was, and I said, turned around to him and went, "The reason why we got all these accreditations these days is because you're mob." Right, because you used to put like open like fluid appliances, balanced fluids and stuff in bathrooms and stuff like that in like in the 60s and 70s. People dying all over the place, falling asleep in the bath, carbon monoxide, poison, that because nothing was regulated at all. So they've got to have that regulation on, but you still get people. Yeah, there's still people who are accredited who are still moody. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They've got that accreditation, gas safe now, but they're still out there and they're still doing like stupid stuff. Do you know what I mean? Just stuff that is clearly not right. And it's like sometimes it takes more time to do it wrong than it does to do it right. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it yesterday. Not that I shut this down, right? Because it was on these flexis to the flow and returns. It's not immediately dangerous, right? So you got to use your common sense. But it was the badge was missing off of it as well. The Worcester badge. It was Worcester boiler. So, but I found that, pinged it back in because then it would have been wouldn't have been a room sealed appliance. Pinged it back in, but it's on flexis. It was working to the right gas pressure. I serviced it. I said, he wanted a power flush on it. I've got to change the flue on it as well because the flue's all wrong. That's got to be changed. He said. He wanted a power flush on the system. I went, the reason why your boiler ain't working is because you've got like a 10 or 12 mil orifice on each pipe to the flow and returns. Because some idiot who clearly he can't be gas safe, who's put that boiler in. He just no competent engineer would put a boiler on two flexis. No, it just wouldn't do it. Yeah. So. You know, that's the people we got to deal with. And what did he charge to put the boiler in? What did he charge? 300 quid? Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
The question I have: why are the other countries not regulated? Why wouldn't they?
Well, because why are they not regulated? Because it will just other countries work completely different to us. So, like in Italy, right? You have to actually work for, say, gas safe. Say gas safes it's not gas safe out there, but they have a body out there. You have to actually.
What, they have a body in Italy?
They have a body like a gas accreditation body type scheme, yeah. But you actually have to work for them, I believe.
Because not a lot of European countries have a gas body.
No, but what they'll have like maybe a union of where representatives work for them, and you work for that company as like that is covered. The whole thing's covered, so you couldn't you couldn't just go out and put boilers in for someone private. You have to work for that body type sort of thing. I may be wrong on slightly some of it.
One question I've got, because you've come from a different background, people think tradespeople earn loads of money. They think plumbers earn loads, electricians earn loads. Maybe you had that mindset before, but coming into the industry, what's your mindset around that? Because it's not as easy as people think.
When I started, I mean, I had my own business before that. I've always been self-employed for the last 10 years before, 10 years before I started gas. For me, it wasn't about the money. I did it because I enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah.
With the money side of things, it is good money, but it's a lot of headache as well. But
it's not as easy as people think.
It's not as easy as what people make it out to be or think it is. And then you got to remember the tools that are used, the time that we put in, everything. You got to look at account for everything.
It's all about getting the right customers, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you go do good quality work, you'll always attract the good customer. That's what I believe in. If you're gonna go throw in a boiler for £300, the rest of your life you'll only be doing that because you've set yourself a standard of being there.
You start chasing that work.
Yeah, I know a lot of builders that phone me up and tell me to do a boiler for £300, £250 because that's what they're currently paying.
And you said to them, hang on a minute, mate. Have you seen my boiler installs?
Takes me a week.
I've got Harry Potter here, mate.
It's happened, but since I see this, I don't get those phone calls anymore. Yeah. I don't get many landlords phoning me up unless they want a proper job done because it's what you attract. And that's what you got to look at. Why would you go and work like a donkey and put 5 boilers in, 6 boilers in, when you can do 1 or 2 for the same price and done properly?
Yeah.
And you will attract those customers. They'll come to you. Same as that. A car will get you to A to B. Why would somebody buy a Micra? Why would somebody buy a Ferrari? It's because A, they can afford it. 2, they want the quality. So you will always attract that customer and just keep your quality of work up. And you'll see how things...
people get caught up in that trap just taking anything at the start, doesn't they?
Yeah.
You buy once, you cry once.
Yeah.
A lot of customers that pay the £250 for a boiler install are the ones that got the problem. Same with the one that you show him with the flexi hose. Do you think he paid a lot of money for that install? I don't think so. He didn't use the right...
pay a lot of money to put it right, though, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. So he's going to have to pay the same amount again anyway to get it right now.
That's the saying, isn't it? It goes...
There's no filter on that.
Buy cheap or pay less. I'm going to have to look this up. Pay less, pay more.
Buy cheap, pay twice.
No, was it? Pay less...
Buy cheap, pay twice.
You pay less, you end up paying more. Or something like that.
That's going to take up the last 10 minutes of the show. Go on, Kieran, jump in.
What?
I ain't got a question ready.
Sorry, go on, what was that? Go on it.
Yeah. Pay cheap, buy twice.
Yeah, there's that one, yeah. Pay cheap, buy twice.
Something along them lines. So what's your goals then with your future, with doing in the gas industry?
I think a lot of people say, why don't you just grow it and do all this kind of grow your company or employ people? I'm happy.
Yeah,
that's good.
I am. It's enough for me. I can't deal with too much headache. I don't want the bigger jobs.
Totally on the same.
You probably experienced
I've done
that
bigger
before.
jobs. I've done full house plumbing. I've done bathrooms. I've done it all. But the way I see it, I'm happy. And that's what I want to be, because I like doing different things. I'm not just stuck to one plumbing.
It's a big responsibility, and again, it's not that easy to employ people.
With the social media aspect, then, how long you been doing that?
Social media, I've been 5 years on it, roughly.
Have you?
5 years.
What made you get into? Was you quite techie before, or?
No, just for installs. When I did an install, I started on Facebook. That's where I first made my page. I don't use Facebook anymore, but it's just there.
Yeah.
But Facebook's a very different place to where Instagram is. You get the trolls on there.
Don't
you
go
get
on
all sorts of funny
yeah.
people. And you know what? You just can't be bothered to read the comments.
Similar to
I
Twitter.
usually just ignore them, but some people
it.
love that kind of thing. I just thought, like, this place is not for me. I sort of left it. And now I've gone to Instagram and I saw a different kind of people, different community, different style. And I actually liked it, so I just stayed on there. And I started just putting my work out there on Instagram, and it just started to grow.
It's a good way to meet people, isn't it?
Then it got better.
I set up Facebook just purely because I love trolls. I love them.
TikTok as well, isn't it?
Didn't you have Facebook when you was like a kid?
Come on. Come on, give me some.
Facebook was one of the first ones, wasn't it?
Didn't you have
Everybody-
Facebook as
Yeah,
like a kid?
no, I didn't
That's
have
when it
Facebook.
first
No, I
come
didn't have
out.
Facebook as a kid. I've only been on social media probably about like I had my just Facebook account. Like I probably started about 5, 6.
Really? I keep getting
Maybe
notifications.
7 years ago, I started my Facebook, my personal account, and I didn't really get involved. And then I only been on social media about 2.5, 3 years, like on Instagram.
I keep getting, you know, when you get the memories pop up,
Mm.
and it keeps getting memories coming up when I was like 18 of
You
like,
was on it when you was 18.
yeah.
Blimey.
I've been on Facebook years.
Years,
now.
I didn't
yeah.
get on
Facebook-
it. I
Facebook
didn't get on it
for
till
years.
late. I didn't get on it till about 7 years ago. I'm right.
I was writing
new-
like cringy,
I'm new.
like you just write like a sentence.
Oh,
about
you
a
were
bad
like
day
making
or
a cup of
something.
tea.
Yeah,
You
it's
was
like
one of
that.
them, weren't you? Fuming.
I think
Oh,
when,
what's the matter, babe?
Or like you breaking up over a girl and it's like, oh, I don't know where your head's at. So like it's like random stuff that keeps popping up on my Facebook. But
when the first camera, well, the first iPhone came out, I think that's the time I went on Facebook because as soon as the app came out, I was like, I think this went down.
times are changing too quickly. You look back at like 3310 and now look, it's just...
Where can it go though? You think to yourself like, where can it go? Because like,
But
10
now you've
years
got these
ago-
goggles, man. Have you seen that Apple Vision?
No, I
People
haven't-
walking around with that. That is
Apple
madness.
Vision, Apple
They're,
Vision.
they're trying to narrow it down to sunglasses.
But now it's like your computer where everything is in one place.
So you can. How much are these glasses? I need to get some of these. Well, you put them on and they link them up to your phone.
4,000, man.
Huh?
£4,000.
£4,000 for a set of glasses. I could buy a van for that. £4,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. But mate,
You know,
they're-
some cheaper ones out there, surely, you know, that you can record with. No,
we're not talking about recording.
What are
We're
you
talking
talking
about? This what do you call it? This
It's
virtual
like
block.
VR.
What, VR stuff.
Oh no!
That
Shweb.
is. What are you
I'm
talking about?
There's some glasses that you can put on now that you can film, like, so you can do your work.
Oh, the Ray-Ban ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
much are they?
I don't know. Can't be that much.
I want to get some of them. That's what I want to get. That's what I want for my birthday. Yeah.
When is your birthday?
June.
We're getting you a flying lesson.
No.
We're doing it before then, mate. We're doing it next week.
Yes.
I'm speaking to Shoaib. We're doing it. Next day you're coming in. Half day filming, half day. Let's go and do a lesson.
Yeah, whatever, mate. Can I bring like me bed sheet for a parachute then?
You could
Let
bring
me
your
know.
teddy bear.
Let me know. I'll book you both in.
Yeah. After this, I'm sorting it out.
You're a prick.
Get you a nice little discount.
What for them glasses? That ain't bad.
Yeah,
is it?
$299 or something. Eh?
Ah, that's what I want to get. Yeah, I want to get something because that really open up some doors for me for some new content. What? Are you going installer this year?
Yeah.
Working for anyone?
I'll be on the stand with ECA for 2 days and 1 day with
I
Power.
won't be with you on the ECA. Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm on the ECA stand this
Nice.
year. Yeah. We're going to be there and all, aren't we? Are we announcing that?
I think we said it anyway.
Have we said it? We're going to be an installer. We're going to be.
We're doing it with TPI.
We're on TPI stand. Want to come over, have a look? Cool. What, we can have like guests on there, like random guests coming on and talking to us and stuff.
I don't know. We haven't fully planned it how we're going to do it yet.
Right. Best you do that before you like book the flights. Then, yeah. We need to be organised on this first before you go on your little flying lessons and all that.
I can't wait to see you
Stop
with this
getting
plane.
up
I
above
can't
your
wait.
station,
You got-
Kieran.
you got to
All
bring it
right,
down.
yeah.
100%.
I want to see his face.
Right, on that note.
On that note, yeah, thanks. All right, like, listen, so let's just wrap this up with, listen, if you obviously are interested in this petition and interested and helping to, let's be honest, save people's lives, mentality and things going wrong through the whatever you want to call it, proceeds of crime, because of people are nicking tools on a daily basis, thousands and thousands of pounds worth of tools.
It literally takes
Millions of
30
tools
seconds to
going
sign a
every day
petition.
because of these scumbags, right? Sign this petition because we want to stop it at the sale of boot sales.
Sign it and share it on your page.
Yes,
Yeah.
It
sign
makes a big difference.
share it, and we can get this out there, and we can get these 100,000 signatures before 6 months. Because really, we want to see Shoaib and the other lads up at Downing Street having a word.
If it doesn't happen before installer, you should try and get as many stands to
Yeah.
to promote.
Yeah, that's
what
the thing.
we're doing now. We're trying to get these
Yeah.
QR codes out
Right,
so that all
yeah.
the stores can have them in. There's another 2 guys working on it in the background, so they're getting all the QR codes printed and they're going to drop them off on all the local stores. And hopefully, when the bigger stores do pick them up, like Screwfix, Toolstation, Juicens,
Yeah.
they can send a memo out to all their stores, get that printed out,
Yeah.
put it on the main door.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's just getting everyone together on this one.
yeah.
So it's very
Well, I
important.
think you're going to crack it. I really do, and it's a very honourable thing you're doing. So, like, yeah.
I'm really glad because a lot
Hats
of
off to
people
you,
have a lot of people have jumped onto it, and it's just growing, which is really good. When I first started, the first 3 days was a little bit slower, but then the momentum started to pick up,
Yeah, no.
and that's what we've got to keep it.
Yeah.
Just don't give up. Carry on doing it.
Yeah.
Just sort these fuckers out. Like, that's what I mean.
What did we
Angers
say?
me.
What did we say about swearing?
But we got demonetised
Sorry,
again.
sorry. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Cut that. Right. Let's do that bit again. Let's do that bit again. Let's sort these people out who are causing devastation throughout the trades industry, please. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I swore in the last bit. We cut it out.
No, it's staying.
It's staying. All right then.
So while we sat here, it's been another 160 signatures.
Nice.
Here we go.
So we're doing pretty well.
Right, yeah, well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Can
pleasure.
you not park your plane where you parked it this time? Yeah.
I came to pick you up, innit?
Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, this has been another episode of Off the Job podcast.
Thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and all other streaming platforms.
If it's your first time watching or not, make sure to subscribe below and follow us on all the big social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
For our overtime show on Monday, send us in your stories and comments for it to be read out on the show. Send it in via email, direct message through our social media accounts, or WhatsApp us on 07457 406 259.
And we'll see you on the next episode.